If you set goals this year and you didn't achieve them, we are not repeating the cycle in 2025, because in case you missed it, 2025 is literally around the corner. And I have realized that self-sabotaging is one of the biggest things that stops us from being the person that we have been called to be. And as someone who is big on doing what she says, i.e. I wanted to become a doctor, did that at the age of 22. I wanted to invest in property, I've been doing that. In today's video, I want to share with you guys how I prep for the new year. Rule 1, create a vision board for your life. There is something so beautiful about seeing a visual representation of something that you want to achieve. When I wanted to become a doctor, in my personal vision board, I had a picture of a pediatrician, and every time I would look through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, we're working towards becoming a doctor, and we did it. Thank God, we did it. The reason why having a vision board is super important is it gives you direction. It allows you to know what it is that you are focusing on. If I know that I want to buy a new car, then the choices that I make need to be in alignment with being able to purchase a new car. When you don't have a vision board and you don't have a vision for your life, it's so easy for you to be distracted. It's so easy for you to waste time doing things that you shouldn't be doing anyway. If you haven't created a vision board for 2025, I advise you to sit down and think about where you are now and where you want to get to, and literally map it out. And the thing that I love about vision boards, it's your time to be delulu. It's your time to literally think about everything that is in you that you'd love to see come to fruition. I heard a phrase that says, if you are able to dream it, then you are able to do it. If you are able to conceive it in your heart, then sis, or bro, whoever's watching this, you can literally do it. You can use Canva, you can literally cut out images from a newspaper and stick it onto an A4 spreadsheet. You can literally do the lazy version, which is what I did, and basically just save a bunch of images onto your phone, create an album and flip through it to make sure that you have a vision for 2025. Now I know I just said that you should be delulu when you are creating your vision board. For this part, I need to be a realist. In it being realistic, once you have your vision board and you know what it is that you want to achieve in different areas of your life, I need you to sit down with yourself and I need you to do an assessment. I need to assess where you are currently. So I'm going to use a car as an example. If you have a dream car and you want to purchase that dream car next year, that means you probably already know the model. You then need to do research on the different years that model is available and how much the car costs for that year. So the newer the vehicle, the more expensive it's going to be because the less miles is going to be on the car, etc. You need to assess your financial situation. Where are you now? Can you afford to get the car now? If you can't afford to get the car now, how can you achieve the amount of money needed to get that car before the end of 2025? Rule 3, you need to make sure that everything on your vision board has a strategy. Key thing is coming up with strategy, and that's where being realistic comes in and accepting this is where I am now, but just because I'm here today doesn't mean I'm going to be here tomorrow or in 2 months' time. But making sure that in order to not be in the same position in 2 months' time, you have a little roadmap on the things that you're going to do along the way that are going to increase your chance of having success. Now, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This part takes a while to come up with because for different areas of your life, the strategy will look different. So for financials, the strategy is going to look different. You might need to get a new job, get a promotion, move countries, network more. If it's to do with your health, it might be having to go to bed earlier or going on walks and making sure that you're hitting 10,000 steps every single day. For your spiritual well-being, it might be carving out 30 minutes to spend time with God. But the key thing is acknowledging that in order for you to be that person at the end of 2025, you will need to create a roadmap that is unique to you, so not someone else's roadmap, a personalized roadmap which takes into consideration where you are now, but also will allow you to get to your destination. Rule 4, we need to enter the year with a routine. And routine doesn't have to be mundane, it doesn't have to be boring. Everyone has the time of the day that works best for them. Some people are morning people, and prioritizing high level activity in the morning makes a lot of sense for them, and some people are owls. Listen, it'll be 2 a.m. and they are burning with ideas on how to change the world, and I can't lie, I fall into the latter. Creating a routine. When you have your vision board and you've come up with a strategy, there will be a list of key activities that you will need to do on a regular basis in order for it to compound and allow you to be the person on that vision board. And I think one thing that we need to take into consideration, when you're trying to be something different, when you're trying to change, you have to change. You have to embody the person that it is that you are trying to become. If you are trying to become someone who is financially independent and financially free, your mindset needs to be of someone who is already there, even if you may not physically be there, because there is something so powerful about your mind and your actions and your heart aligning. And when all of them are in check, you are literally super unstoppable. Identify the key activities associated with the big goal and allocate a time to them, and also be really realistic on how long it's going to take you. So if you are prioritizing your health and you want to work out 3 times a week, be realistic. What days of the week, based on your current schedule now, can you accommodate going to the gym or working out in your living room? And how long do you want to work out? Do you want to do a 45-minute workout but do it frequently throughout the week? Or do you want to do an hour or an hour and a half workout but only do it 3 times a week? But making sure that every activity is allocated a day of the week and is allocated a time, and then you gatekeep it, okay? If someone else is trying to fight for that time, sorry, I have a date with myself because I am going to do X on that time. And actually, I'm also realizing that no is a complete sentence, so no. Please do not fall off. Some people be like, new year, new me, da 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 da. Call them in February, ask them how it's going. Yeah, we're not talking about it. What do you mean we're not talking about it? Let's be consistent, and I feel like you are more likely to be consistent in something that is easy for you to follow and already fits into your routine. If you have a gym near your workplace, it might just be easier to go to the gym straight after work rather than going home and then going to the gym. I'm just saying. Rule number 5, make sure you have a affirmations list. Now, this sounds super corny, and I genuinely did not believe in it until an experience that I had earlier this year, where based on my past experiences, I felt like I couldn't do something, and I shared it with a couple of my people, and they were speaking over me in positive ways, as in not being corny and sending me, like weird text messages, but like if they would see me, they would see me and mention that thing as if I had already accomplished it. And it was so powerful because although I was doubting myself at the time, it was like, no, actually, I can do this, I can achieve this. And I did. And it made me realize that actually what you feed yourself is so important. So create a list. It doesn't have to be a 60-page affirmation sheet. Nah, unless you want to, that's fine. But it can literally be 10 things. I am this, I can do this, I will be this. You are doubting yourself whenever you're going through a hard day, whenever you feel like you can't do something, you remind yourself that actually I am that girl and I can. And another thing that has really helped me is reminding myself of things that I have done in the past that at the time I thought was super hard, but I did anyway, and I was able to witness the fruits of me overcoming the hardness of that situation. So remind yourself of your past wins, remind yourself of how hard it was to achieve that win, but you did it anyway, and trust me, it works wonders, and it changes your psychology, it changes how you perceive yourself, and it also changes how you see something that you think is hard, because it's not hard. Why is it hard? You can achieve it, you can do it, why is it, explain to me why it's hard. Because it's not. Because someone else has done it. If someone else has done it, they don't have 2 heads. Everyone in this life has 1 head, so you can do it too. And that's such a Nigerian thing to say, but it's true. The only other thing I wanted to say is, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it's going to be hard. Becoming something else is hard. Transition is hard. In transitions, as you evolve, things change, the people around you change, And change can be super uncomfortable. One of my friends said to me years ago that in life we have to learn to be comfortable, uncomfortable. And I was like, firstly, why are you giving me parables? Because what does that mean? But in thinking about it over the years and bodying it, when you are becoming something that is unknown, the fact that it is unknown is super uncomfortable, but you need to be okay with that. And that's where the comfortability comes in. You need to be able to embrace, I may not know what this has for me, but I know that I am worthy of being here. I can do what needs to be done in this space, and I don't need to know everything. Like, I'm okay, I'm good, I am enough. So yeah, I just wanted to pass on to you guys that little gem there. So 2025 is going to be the year where we see a complete shift in who we are, and we are one step closer to embodying our calling, embodying our purpose. If there's anything I've missed out, or if there's anything other people usually do around this time of the year to plan for the new year, then let me know in the comments, because I'm all for learning new things. But other than that, I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys.